Here we go, aka Patters. You guys don't know, I'm sure you do. Another known as Peter Anthony DeLuca. Proud Dread. I'm not a dread. I'm a judge. Rocking and rolling. Here we go. How is everyone doing? Guys, give me 1 second. Let me just check my audio. All right, guys. Yeah. So what I feel like what was excuse me, last night's audio issue could have been a hub. That could have been the issue. So we have different drivers loaded for the hub. And if you guys do anything in IT, uh, you guys know you can pull down a couple black holes when it comes to the driver and driver versions. I was going to I kind of want to play with this Ian Churchill page here because this has been on my list for I'm not no exaggeration for years, people, and I did want to do all of the Coven Rob Liefeld published Awesome Entertainment Coven pages that were so Coven was never inked. I'm pretty sure this book only existed pencil to digital coloring. I believe Rob Liefeld somewhat pioneered some of the direction and excitement for pencil to digital coloring with rejects. And at the time, there was only um, the amalgam book, Thor Ryan. But yeah, so you would get some of Ian Churchill's pencil pages if you followed Awesome Entertainment. Sorry, guys, I had like a tickle in my throat. But cheers to all of you. Hope you guys enjoy the Philadelphia skyline right here. Yeah, I just want to get into this. That's all. So bear with me. So here's the crazy thing, too. I'm going to say uh, Ian's pencils here might be a little too refined. Oh my God, this is way tougher than what I was expecting. I mean, his pencils are so freaking tight. There's little interpretation. There's very little interpretation. Hey, Norin Rad. Uh, thanks for popping in. Norin, I want to do these very soon, Norin. Okay, so be on the lookout. I want to complete these. Benelson, what is up, dude? Look at all you. You guys spoil me. Itzky 5, love you, buddy. And Benelson, what are you up to, Benelson? I always feel like you're about to do something whenever you pop on. Are we in school? I forget too. Are you in Switzerland or the Netherlands? I forget. So what we're doing here, we're just struggling to make some of these lines as relevant as possible. And by relevant, I mean little shades of interest. This is one artist too that I really lost track of. What is Ian Churchill up to? Because he drew, I still feel like the era. He drew this issue of Cable, where Cable kind of encounters the Incredible Hulk, and it's one of the best Hulks of the era, and no one really talks about it. Yeah, this is like tough. This one here, but we're already finding a little bit of a pattern and a rhythm, and I know it's tough. Oh, you were sleeping. Well, hey, good morning, Benelson. Good morning. Thanks for hanging out. As you can see, it is nighttime here in Philadelphia, PA. Rainy day today too. Uh, really came down in the morning. See now, and here we go. I'm just trying to get a little bit of definition for his shirt here. So when people are this exact with their line work, the your position should always be to complete the form as much as possible. So you're gonna like just more or less maybe like just focus on subtleness, like the subtle shadows, subtle folds, subtle shading. Yeah, yeah. Dude, Mendelson, your English seems to be getting a little bit better, bud. Here we go. We're just going to dance around this page in the hopes of finding a rhythm. And really, like some of these, and his texture is so detailed. It would almost be like he's so exact with some of these. It is kind of like I could just see like you kind of select your team and everyone agrees, and as a publisher, like you see these pages like come in, and you're like, oh well, I guess you know we we all need the anchor. Sorry, Charlie. Yeah, and it really like it's just this almost makes me think like should I blow up the page? But this is a little bit where we are. This might be like this may not be the best example of inking Churchill at all because it's so minute, it's so detailed. Um, like it's just almost just uh, like we're not dealing with inkable elements. I'll say. Jamie, yeah, places in session chat. Look, it's. I just feel like it's up to me to stay traditional comic book thinking. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I was fine all day. Got it tickled. Oh, all right. Yeah, Jamie. Don't forget, dude. Uh, don't be afraid to do and redo things. Okay. Um, I think your channel is at a comfortable place where you can delete, upload, delete. You can be aggressive with that. Understood, Jamie. I'm trying to remember. Like I'm doing a lot of this from memory. I have some of Churchill's work uh in my Extreme Studios alumni box. I should have reviewed some of it to be perfectly honest, because uh I'm trying to remember like what he preferred or what picture wise. And I think he there was like a bounce uh, nib texture, where there was almost like a textured line in the line. but we're going to do our best to, like, I think this was a bad page. I think we should. I should have been a little bit more strategic. Yeah, some of this, like, so some of this, my view is not consistent. It's just not quite there. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing what some of these forms are, and some of this would come from, like, I would have to have a conversation with Churchill about some of this. Like, this definitely warrants conversation, and the reason for that is you kind of want explanations to what seems to be randomness. As the artist kind of like tinkers and toils with the pencil page, uh, like you kind of want to understand the language of it all and what's running through their minds. It just helps. It really does. But sometimes you don't get that opportunity, and you have to you just have to go with it. That's something everybody kind of understands. But I know what's up. I'm missing a couple. Fatal Day. No, Fatal Day. I'm just done with GI Joe and Transformer comics. Sorry, like I'm done. Yeah, I literally have no interest, and I know that makes me sound elitist. Oh yeah, I make these, Jamie. Team AKA Pad makes these. Oh, Danielson, thank you, buddy. Look, dude, Bendelson, I just really try and spread a little bit of the gospel of some of this stuff. Like I'm very passionate about it. I love it. I would do it all day if I could. Maybe I don't know. All days challenging. See, and here, like, see, it's got like a similar line weight. I feel like this is just the introduction to me inking Churchill, and the next one will be much better. Here we go. I mean, it's kind of like I don't know if really we can kind of see what's happening here. I'm staying away from some of the faces just because I may have to like a thinner nib, but we can kind of show off the contour approach with kind of like everything from here. Like we kind of want to move in this direction when it comes to just showing things off. Yeah, Norin, here's my tip for that. Pun intended. Pun intended. My tip for you is to pick one nib and just get good with one nib first, and then play around. Yeah, Norin, I print these myself, by the way. So just get yourself a 11 by 17 printer. I use an HP previously. I used a Brother. I know a lot of people use Epson. They all seem like they're good quality. You may have to be a little bit savvy with doing some of the stuff in Photoshop, but I just get the blanks off of Amazon, get them delivered, and print them out. And I think with Ian here, I gotta back off a little. I think I'm getting a little too close with the line work, and I'm having trouble really seeing it. It's amazing that this dude ever met the deadline just based on even just four pencils. Uh, it's impressive. So I forget Coven. Uh, was Coven maximum press? I know he did like Lady Pendragon too, right? Or Lionheart. We're going to go in. We're just going to add some black to kind of help this out a little, motivate us. I'm so curious about the discussion that led to let's not use ink for this guy. And I'm adding black where, like it's almost just like I'm choosing some of these because, again, the goal should be to communicate um, what's happening. So, so it's not just again, it's not just going over the pencil work. You kind of have to pick and choose. You have to pick and choose uh, the ebb and the flow of the line because like thick to thin, right? It's a simple combination, but it does have different meaning with fabric versus hair versus face versus a textured wall. So, and that's a little bit of what I mean when earlier when I was talking about the language of the artist of the penciler. Let's see, maybe we got like a closer look. So like it's there. Like it's just well, you guys can really see. I mean, this is roughly 30 minutes of work when it comes to inking. So when you guys talk about 90s comics and things taking forever, and the artwork exponentially growing in detail scope, Uh, yeah, I just don't think people were prepared. They weren't. Everything went up in the like getting out of the 90s. Like artwork took longer because of different demands and these other things, right? And then coloring took longer, inking took longer because of the penciling took. The penciling was more detailed, and the list goes on and on. See, we did some cross hatching here, and Ian didn't do a lot of um like this was not his style of cross hatching. And given that this is still like a decent printout, things still get lost. Give me 1 second, everyone. I will check messages in a couple. Oh, we got the first mark on our face right here. Yeah, dude. Stephen Platt, the Cipher Platt. You need to. Um, it's almost like a zone. Like you have to get into the Platt zone because he, like the interesting. Hold up, guys. Let me just check my phone. I think I heard it go off. Yeah. So if you guys like here, we can kind of use what our other page from last night. For last night's muffled because of the audio issue. We were comparing Brett Booth to Greg Coppola. Uh, Norn, let's just kind of review. Like, let's just get into it real quick. Like, if we're talking Stephen Platt. Yeah, I think I drew 2,000 bullets. Yeah, yeah. Thanks, buddy. Yeah. So let's just get into. This is how I interpret like Stephen Platt. So let's just say, like, we'll do like the giant Platt. Uh, like his triceps are like right, like his shoulders are like this, his triceps, right? And we'll just kind of add some quick vascularity, and then like elbow kind of here, like kind of like this, right? Like Like I'm just trying to kind of. And he did like shots like this. He always drew like he's always subject to square faces. Is Platt. So here, then like the back, like his backs were like this, and you could see like his right. So that's like a little bit of like the Platt proportions. And I'm going from memory here, guys. So again, please forgive me. Sorry. And we're out of. All right, that one's dead. Where is? We need another pencil, guys. Right here. No. My drawing table is still a complete and utter disaster. And I can't even find, even though I have them all over the place, I cannot find a pencil. Well, mechanical pencil. We'll just use it. Yeah, so Platt kind of. So what Platt would do, all right, like he would do kind of like a light source from here and a light source from here. Okay, so like, so what you would get is like, let's just say you kind of like, let's just and given like he had the benefit of like I don't know exactly what his whiteout technique was, but he would kind of like break up the form or and like here, right? Like so this would be like that. And then he would like draw this out and then draw it out top. And by drawing it out, I mean breaking up the texture. So here you could just get this, and then up here it would be like a little bit of the same. Let me just try and get the right angle. See, like that. And then here too, like the interior might get broken up a little. So and then like once you establish that, you kind of just add to it with different textures. Uh, for the triceps, like the triceps would again like always get that treatment. So it would be like maybe like thicker lines this way, but then here like more of a gradual dedicated cross hatch. And like that again, like this is double lighting. I kind of call it brimming or haloing, even though I use that term interchangeably to describe a few things that happen sometimes with comic book illustration. But to me, this is double lighting because you have a light source here and then you have a light source here. So if you're coloring this, and if you like, pay attention here. Yeah, maybe just for a tip, I don't know. You can tell me just to go scratch if you feel like it. So with double lighting, like so, what this does, like the way how this sets up the colorist is it's like here, like boom, you get that green in there, right? Like that green comes in one direction, and then in the other direction we can get the pink. So you can kind of add like two highlights, like like you can kind of go here. You can like you go here, right? Like uno dos tres, and then here it's like bang. And that's how we highlight. Like that's highlighting 90s style. Still like unmatched today. I still feel like the especially like it was like really kind of like Top Cow and uh the Rob Liefeld came. That's really like the guys that Liefeld had coloring him. Really, really good stuff. So anyway, so like that's Stephen Platt penciling with I would say like the Extreme Studios coloring right on top of it. Let's get back to work, boys. Good night, Ben. Some of these you want to be a little bit more thick. See, this is where you get lost in the sauce because even there, you guys are just watching that last sequence, not really paying attention to what those lines were doing. I'm just kind of going through the motions of putting black where there's blue. Never do that. So he does something sneaky here. Like you kind of see a lot of these like random lines, and essentially what they are, they're contour lines. They, intentional or not, they help round the form, which is big if you're inking because you need that assistance sometimes. There we go. And this line sequence here, right here, this is really how you handle Churchill's shading. He does his own double lighting. He just does it with uh, thin cross action. Yeah, I'm just not liking this exchange here. I may need like some brushwork to make something pop out a little bit more. And some of this too, the effects could change once things are shrunk down too. My apologies. I know this is tough to see. All right, so like we're kind of there. Uh, Straight up stroke quill, different technique than what we were doing with the live quill piece. Let me get going, everyone. I just wanted to jump on and more or less test audio. This was more of a exaggerated audio test. Uh, Let me see if those drivers kicked in for the USB hub, and we'll take it from there. Okay, guys. Thanks.